Hello there and welcome, fellow nerds. It is time for a Shatterpoint Battle Report commentary. This one looks slightly different. It is actually from our June tournament, so I do have a couple more to record for our April Grand Tournament. That's of course pre-errata. And this game, being from June, is post-errata, so that's one reason to kind of want to look at this one. But also, you'll notice on the right that I have a 3D printed dice tray that I've put out since I noticed from the GT that there was kind of some space that was kind of unused that the camera could pick up. So rather than instructing people where to put their stuff, I made this dice tray two spots for them, added some felt so that it doesn't not so loud when the dice are hitting the bottom, and then it's got a tracker on the top for the score, and as well as a tracker on the other side for their force. So we're going to see how well that shows up, and that will hopefully make it so that I don't have to have also a spreadsheet open where I'm tracking the struggle tracker. So that's one thing we're looking at, and Geoff is playing at the top. He's got the top list with Moff, Gideon, Darth Vader, Fallen Master, and the ISB agents, and as well as Iden, Inferno Squad, that box, and of course their cards were updated. That's Geoff's list, and the other list may look a little bit strange, and that's because I had a June Jank Award, which was presented to the person. This was another of our Threemiere tournaments. So the person who in their 3-squad list had the least amount of shared tags amongst their characters, and this was evaluated looking first at the number of people sharing each tag, and then the number of tags that were shared by that number of people. So if something was shared by 2 people, then I looked at, okay, how many tags are each shared by 2 people, looking at the maximum number of that. Now, of course, Geoff didn't do that, but Brett at the bottom did, and was actually our winner of this June Jank Award. And you're seeing on the screen the 2 characters that share the Empire tag, and the the rest of his list, nobody shares any other tags. So that was pretty impressive. I didn't think it would get down that far, but I'm pretty sure he found the absolute minimum, and they don't even benefit each other because Death Trooper Escort has to move a Empire support, and so does Director Krennic, and neither of them are supports. So yeah, but this was, they had gone 2-0 up until this point, so this should be an interesting match. And they will be playing on Never Tell Me the Odds, which I assume is Geoff's mission, given the list that he has. And he gets the asymmetric flop, but with the ISF, he should be able to cover those points. So let's get started. And he's starting off with a Shatterpoint. Looks like that's going to get shuffled back in. And pulling Iden instead, which is pretty ideal anyway. Probably who would end up with the Shatterpoint turn anyway, but lucky draw. There is an ingress point on that building. It's kind of under the gantry. He's controlling his 2 back points, and Brett is pulling Leia. Thought about reserving, but realized that Gideon is across the board, so that would cost 2 force. So we're just gonna go with Leia instead. She gets to a tactic dash for a Rebel Alliance or spy, but she doesn't share any tags with anybody, so that's not gonna work. Just gonna have to move and not go for the objective. Oh, it should be, yeah, the objective, it should be the one that's hiding behind the building near Leia's order card there, not the one that's close by, but she is going to move and probably dash from It's a Wonder You're Still Alive, probably, and then making an attack on the ISF. Got 2 crits through for a couple damage. Would be a couple shoves, but seemed like maybe some issues with the angles there. Looks like he might just push. Should be able to push straight back. It seems like he wants to keep them up, but maybe there's a sort of ladder in the way. This is my terrain as well. My table. I recently consulting with Daimyo Matt, actually, from Rogue Support. He was going to use some of these triangle and hexagon platforms for what was it? ACO, Atlantic City Open, and just wanted to confirm that that was okay, and but gave me some good feedback on the triangle platform. I wasn't sure how much people were actually using it. It was kind of built as a test of the concept, as kind of a small print to test some things out. And but yeah, you gave me some great feedback. For one thing, I put the actual legs attached onto it. Geoff is pulling Gideon here, but he also gave me some feedback that, you know, the 50mm bases weren't really fitting well, so I was able to scale that up, and so I updated listing so that it's actually what you see on the screen rather than the smaller one that you would see in the pictures in the listing. Gideon is, I think he took the dash to get on the ingress point, advance down, and So he's gonna take a shot at Leia. The diagonal gantries are also my creation, available on Etsy there. But the T-shaped one, that one I picked up as part of the raffle. Locally have a lot of 3D printed stuff that joins the raffle, which is great. And so that's where I picked that up. So that's somebody else's. Staying in the bottom for 2 shoves, 3 damage, and a dash. They're really playing the wounding game rather than the objective game at the moment here. But maybe, yeah, with his 2 shoves and then the dash, maybe he's hoping to take the Ingress point up and be within 2 of... Oh, he's looking for that back point. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that Ingress point. Oh yeah, that objective is not active still. That's where it is, yeah. The one on the high ground tower, I keep thinking it's active, but it is not. Leia has a dash off for expertise. Looking at that. Where's he getting all? I thought did he not resolve the dash from? He didn't resolve the dash from Iden, but it looked like he took an advance. Maybe it was a dash before the attack. But anyway, he did a climb action to get up to the back point there. Brett is pulling Death Trooper Escort, who has nobody else to move with his tactic, but he can at least use his on himself. Take a dash, focus. Well, it looks like we've got B2 standing in for the Ewoks. Maybe they're not painted yet. I'm happy with the clarity of the dice showing up in the dice tray. I mean, it's maybe a little fuzzy, but it's definitely, you can definitely tell what the symbols are. So very happy with that, because I'll be hopefully recording more games at the Evergreen Open in August. GT in Bellevue, Washington, which I will be getting to. Looks like there will be some stiff competition there, though, for sure. Death Trooper Escort's taking the bottom track for some shoves, disarm, and a little bit of damage. It's getting the full tree, so 5 damage, disarm, pin, those shoves, and then the reposition. But they are will. Alright, now what's happening? He did. Oh, okay. He did a reposition over the other Ingress instead, and then took his move action to jump across to that back point. Fifth brother. Oh, does he have fifth brother? Oh. Iden's got fifth brother. Not ISF. Getting 3 through here. Five damage. Down to 4 with protection. 1 shove. Expose and strain. It's an extra, which was a fail. Disciplined. I was thinking about disciplined. He could get over to that Ingress point. Tie it up. He is strained. So he's not going to do the disciplined. They're going to land on 0. We should get momentum. Good enough. Just getting a battle tactic. So picks an active objective. What's he gonna roll? He's gonna choose the point with fifth brother. Gets a hit, which means that each enemy character contesting the objective will suffer 2. So I'll ping 2 damage onto fifth brother. I was really hoping for the crits so I could get the 2 range 2 push away from the objective. That would claim it for him with DTE down there. Getting Krennic instead. So finally, somebody is going to go for the midline objective. However, he's got an advance and a dash, and it doesn't quite get him there. And he doesn't have any stormtrooper supporting characters, so nobody to deploy the garrison. So he actually won't be able to claim that one. Geoff is getting the Shatterpoint. Good to get somebody on, on that side, going for the midline objectives before Brett's side starts moving in there. Moff Gideon would probably be a good one. He could dash. He could do the dash on an ISB and then do Long Live the Empire in order to get himself and the ISB up there. But he's given the dash to Darth Vader. Take a shot at Krennic. So it looks like he's, yeah, it might still be on an arrogance with Krennic. So it was just a hit, crit to hit instead of not a crit to fail. So it looks like Geoff is getting 3 damage strain and the free active ability. So now I can get the reposition on the ISB. And they'll take 2 damage, but they'll get the reposition. Won't quite get them on the point either. But it's definitely like his whole squad has almost moved to that point, so it's very easily going to be able to grab it when they activate his next turns. Now the Ewoks that look like B2s, maybe they're inside controlling it, Geoff says, they are going to activate. So they're going to do their active ability, Stealthy Approach, Dash, Hunker, or it's Hunker or Focus. Oh, they are taking the Focus. But we're gonna do some attacks into Gideon. They're not melee only, are they? No. They're just better in melee. We got 4 through. I'll get them to the reposition. So 4 damage, pin shove. Get a reposition. It's already pinned, so it takes another damage. So he's gonna run over to the middle. Still has a move action left, so could take could go for that point Iden is on. Looks like he's wounding Gideon here, so the crits, 3 crits go through. Does 5 damage and strain. That's not great for those Ewoks, because if they do their attack, then their activation will end. So now instead of doing that move, now they gotta do recover. Take 2 points. Moff Gideon going again for Geoff. So we can dash. He has the choice of Vader or ISB to dash onto that point, I think. He's gonna dash himself to the ladder. ISB is gonna go onto that point. Probably looking at taking the back point. Bottom left there. Take a shot at Krennic first. Two steps getting through. 3 damage and disarm. Pin coming from the expertise. Do a move for 2 ingress points and up. Steal that for 4 points. Finally starting to pull things over to his side. No. Who's over there? Oh, that's that'll be IG-88, I guess. Taking his dash, making a move, and then doing an attack. Just gonna get 2 through. On that'll be an ISB, 2 damage and a shove. Should get him off the point. And oh, is he still on it? Or oh, maybe there's 2 ISBs there. So he's just taking the one bottom right corner. Now Vader is going to walk up and I don't know. Continue. I mean, he's already got 4 points. Yeah, just walk over and hit IG-88, I guess. Could. I mean, I'm not sure he has the movement, I guess, to really be like bodying one of those center points. I mean, Iden's already on one. Could have maybe made it over to the trappers, that area. So I'm actually going to pull Krennic. Use up his force, I guess. Give him an expose. Give him a smack. Using Kenobi to do a disarm. Full block on that.
That's you winning, right? Nope. No, you have.
Nope, didn't quite Guess he needed the wound in order to get the win there. Oh, I guess it must have been Obi-Wan on the last turn. Looked like the Shatterpoint, because now IG-11 is activating. So look at his dash. Looking at where to just get line of sight on that ISB. He said, "Are you refusing my request?" As the ability name. And Geoff says, "Do I have a choice?" No, it's an innate. It's happening. Roll 3 and another 2 from the expertise. Looks like a full tree, I think. Well, depending on your path. 5. Pin, shove, and gets her reposition. Gonna move to get ready for next struggle, it looks like. Take a pot shot at Gideon. Two. Get another momentum. Just gonna go with the ISBs. Confirming again that Krennic has 3 health left, so looks like he's working on that wound, although he's scoring. Yeah, he's scoring the 3 needs to end the struggle, so. Spending 2 for the dash, so must have been wounded on IG-11's turn. One's taking the Ingress Point again. It's kind of hiding out of the gantry. But he's going to take a shot. Looked like at the trappers, I think. Yeah, it was 5 dice at range, so would be the trappers. So 2 through for pin and 2 damage. He's gonna use the other one to hit Krennic. Extra die from Gideon because it's melee attack on an objective that he does not control. Or through will just get the 3 damage. Conditions or shoves there as well. Oh, maybe it was. I'll flip the point, but Yeah, it sounds like just the 2 damage. So 4 must have been before the blocks. 2 damage, shove, or maybe he chose just the 2 damage to not wound, save that momentum for next struggle. But he will take struggle 1. They're getting the big arrows. What's the better choice here? Well, if he chooses the top one, I think Geoff has all 3, so it's probably going to be the other one. Although that gives Moff Gideon 1, and the other 2 are empty. No one's really near that one on the high ground, but maybe a Ewok Trapper could run over there. Leia, who hasn't gone. I guess, yeah, I guess Obi-Wan is the one that hasn't gone. I mean, he could go for that back point anyway, the top left. That's about as much as he can do, I think. That is also the priority point, so that works out. We can take a heal, give a heal, and reposition to either himself or another allied character that is engaged. Which I don't think there are really any options for that, so looks like he'll be taking that himself. Now taking the... So he's taking the reposition, staying in range of the ISBs, staying engaged. So he can do an attack, hoping probably to get the shove so that he can avoid moving out of engagement and taking the 2 damage, but it doesn't look like anything got through on that, which is unfortunately what it sounds like Obi-Wan kind of does. This attack's not great, but he will score the 2 points from that priority. Moff Gideon controlling the bottom left. Wow. And that is going to be the priority point for Geoff. It sounds like, or maybe he didn't. No, I don't think he's rolled for that. Just pointing out that he controls it. He's getting the Shatterpoint, so I think with, yeah, there's, if you had things spread out a little more, like if his eyes, I guess his ISBs are the only 2 body supports, or 2 body units really. If they were split up more, then he could get a 4-point turn here, but no one's really close enough to be doing stuff like that. But it does sound like ISBs are gonna go. Probably looking to finalize that wound on Krennic for momentum. I'm not sure what the who's challenging the odds on this. Could potentially be supports, which would be very helpful for him as well. It is the supporting units on that map. So, yeah, he could get a momentum, move the struggle tracker an extra one. Score 3 if... Has he done the priority? Yeah, I'm not sure. Priority's either where Moff Gideon is or staying on the one that Obi-Wan is sitting under. Oof. 6 fails. Ouch. But fortunately, that expertise becomes a crit, which will do the 2 damage. Get that wound on Krennic. Pay a force for this challenging the odds. Oh yes, and then Iden triggers, so you'll get a heal and then a dash. Oh yeah, they can also throw out a disarm or strain. Probably toss that on Obi-Wan. Probably the strain, because his attack already isn't great. Leia could get a dash and a 5-dash attack. Not going to get in range. So, might as well stay there. He's probably thinking about wanting to send him over to the high ground tower. Other one just tossing a shot. Shoot Obi-Wan. Yeah, I also wouldn't. I mean, their expertise is two hits for 1, but yeah, Obi-Wan's got good defense, so probably not worth the disarm on that one. Both gonna walk over, flip that for 3. Uh-oh, made it. It's gonna get Krennic. At least wakes him back up. And he could just walk over. I mean, it's not a very stable ward state, but could walk over under the point that Moff's on and steal it in high aspirations, but he'll immediately lose it in the following turn, so he does have on high aspiration the double shove on 2, which does have a chance of getting Gideon off there. Oh, smacking the terrain around again. He took the ingress point up. Might be looking to try and steal that priority point. If it is still the one that ISB is now on. Because if he steals it, then it will be tied, so we could at least hold on to that one. All he needs is 4 steps for the reposition, which it looks like he should be getting. So he can wound them, and he doesn't get the reposition. But Obi-Wan is there to take it as well. Gonna do a shove. Take 2 land on 0.
Okay.
They each get a momentum. And Geoff's gonna get Iden. So Iden can easily walk over there to the right elevation because he did the wound instead of the reposition. But yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it was one of the other. I think yeah, not really a great choice either way on that. And going to take a shot at Obi-Wan. I got distracted and missed if he measured to Krennic. Again, 4 through. Expose 7 damage. Pin. So he gets that wounded Kenobi, it sounds like. So she got a heal and a dash. Then did a recover. And Leia again elected to not do the dash. Can't get the shot off anyway. The priority is finally the point that nobody is touched on the high ground, so we'll see. It does seem like Brett's got the Shatterpoint, so we can definitely grab that 1 point, but it's gonna be difficult to get 2, although he's looking at probably having Leia dash the Death Trooper escort to take that point. Yeah, paying a force for heal on herself, dash for Death Trooper escort. No. Death Trooper escort is activating, it sounds like. So he's paying for the, or he recovered, get rid of a strain, and then did the dash, focus, taking a shot. Damage at a strain. Popping up to that point. Gets 2 again and a momentum. So now Geoff needs a priority roll, which he has got. It's Iden's spot. Top left. Just needs a wound. And Gideon is the flip. Gonna kill some Ewoks. End it very much on theme. And just walking around, slaughtering Ewoks. Brett's got 3 blocks. Doing 5. That's the wound. And GG. So definitely, I mean, Brett's list, as I mentioned at the start, is was very much optimized optimized towards little to no tag synergy, while Geoff's list very much has the synergy, and especially on such a spread out map, that is was very important. Also, not only winning on kind of the scoring side of things, but on the attrition side of things. Leia was definitely a good pick for this type of event because she doesn't care who she moves, at least with the active ability. The tactic, of course, looks for a rebel or spy, which would share a tag with her. So he was missing out on the tactic, but that active ability at least moves somebody. And yeah, Krennic, I've been playing him a bunch, and he's definitely somebody that wants the synergy around him. And he did share the Galactic Empire tag, but he's looking for a Stormtrooper supporting character, so that Death Trooper Escort was not doing that for him. His other squad, well, and that's, see, Obi-Wan Kenobi was a good, out of hiding is a good pick for this event as well, having just 2 tags. It's probably what he was looking for first, was the low number of tags, total tags, as well. But yeah, Force User Jedi, he doesn't care who he's with, just he can move anybody that's engaged, so nothing on his card requires any synergy, so that's definitely a good pick on this. Same with IG-11. And then, yeah. The third squad that he brought was Padme, who, again, I think she only has the Republic tag. So another person with low tags, number of tags, and then a Mandalorian with Gar Saxon, and Dathomirian with Night Sisters. They would be the only, I think they're troopers as well. That was a tag I kind of warned people to watch out for, because a lot of those supports have the trooper tag. So Night Sisters were the only ones here that had that tag. But good to see a match on the terrain I had set up. It was fairly similar to something that I had tested before. I kind of, instead of looking at the picture of what I've put up before, I tried to incorporate a couple of different pieces that I haven't before, like that triangle platform and the T gantry. I actually haven't really been putting that on the table, so try to make it work for this one. And yeah, thank you for watching. Oh yeah, it was also good to see the dice tray seems to be working well for these, so we'll continue doing that. Nice to not have to just be able to see them tracking the struggle tracker. But I will also shout out that on my Patreon, I have a giveaway going on, because at this event, it was actually the second event in our area that had the League, I think it's a League or Tournament kit that included Kit Fisto, Lando Calrissian, the Mandalorian, and General Veers, all with the foil order cards. And so yeah, we have some extras of those, and so I'm going to be giving away a set to one of my patrons. So you can follow the link, go to my Patreon, look for the post about this giveaway. I'll be doing the draw on August 15th, 2025. My movie nerds will be getting 1 entry. My TV show nerds will be getting 2 entries, and the books and comic nerds will be getting 3 entries into that draw. So check that out. The movie nerd level is as low as $2 a month. So if you'd like to support my channel, that is the lowest level to you can get in on and get an entry into this giveaway. We also have extra of the GT Season 1 foils. So that's, I think there's 13 different foil order cards from year 1. Stuff like Obi-Wan, General Obi-Wan, Count Dooku, Grievous, Padme, Freedom Fighter Leia. The list goes on, Mother Talzin. So I will be asking the winner of this draw if they have those already or not, and if not, then I'll throw a set of those in there as well. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, like, comment. That all helps put my videos out there, and we'll see you next time.